Hey everybody, we're back here with Pastor Kenneth. We're going to go ahead and continue our discussion about leadership, and I want to pose a question to you today, Pastor Ken. Basically, as a leader, it seems as though there's always vision, and with vision comes the setting of goals, working on projects, but more than anything, we're always working with people. And so I kind of want to hear your thoughts about how we can sort of manage the tension between being project-centered versus people-centered, and what's more important, and kind of how do we navigate through that and make sure that we're caring for people in the proper way.
That's a really, really good question. I think that that tension exists probably in every church setting, in every business setting, every team setting. How do you manage that? Well, first and foremost, I mean, vision is what gives life to any organization, and without it, then you're just existing with no purpose. And so I think the vision must be set, and projects or goals or steps to get toward that vision and make it progress. But the vehicle that really gets it there is people. Even with technology, if you don't have people, then technology in and of itself, by itself, cannot maintain itself, cannot update itself. There's always people behind the scenes, and even the vision itself is for the goal of helping, reaching, encouraging people in some way. So yes, there has to be a balance, and I think when you keep the vision in focus, but you have to realize within yourself as a leader that you have to value the people. If you value the task more than the people, then you will run over people and mistreat people, and then people won't feel cared for. And so it almost becomes incongruent, because the vision is supposed to be to help people and do it on a larger and wider scale, but then you're running over people who are working you to help with the vision. And so you always have to care for those who definitely work with you and are assisting you.
That's good. So can you maybe give us some tips on how to be intentional about maybe some practical ways about how to be intentional, about how to make sure that we're always caring for people in the process of meeting our projected goals, and accomplishing, the vision that may be on our hearts, without running those people over? What are maybe like one or two very specific things we can do to make sure of that?
I think one thing you can do for sure is connect with people and talk to them.
Yeah.
I think sometimes there's this ideology of leaders are up somewhere in the ivory tower, and all the people who do all the hard work are down here somewhere. But I think as a leader, from a biblical standpoint, Jesus was always with people. And if you stay around people and stay visible, stay approachable, and just talk to people, I think that's the first thing you can do. Secondly, I think that if you ask people how they're doing outside of the work context, and if you show a genuine interest in them, because everybody knows you care about their job, and are they doing their job description, are they meeting deadlines, goals, so forth, etc. But when you start to talk to them about them outside of the workplace, and you really kind of let your heart get involved in the conversation, and show them that you're concerned for them, that you care, you follow up, you ask how things are going, then it lets them know you're concerned about them as a person, not just them as an employee or team player.
That's good. Well, here's maybe a kind of a tough one for you. Well, maybe a tough one, we'll see. But is there ever a time where, because of the vision and because of the goals to accomplish that vision, that it becomes more important to see that come to fruition than maybe a problematic person or someone who's maybe stopping that vision from moving forward? And if so, how do you deal with that?
Wow, you're just dropping bombs on me today. No, but that is an awesome question, and I'll do my best to answer it. I think that, for the most part, it's a personal kind of knowledge that you have of a situation. You have to consider what an individual is going through, you have to consider what value they actually bring to the team. And is this something that is long-standing, or is it temporary, and is it seasonal? If somebody's going through a rough patch, let's just say physically, they have contracted some kind of condition, and with medication and with treatment over time, they can be better again, 100%. Well, then it's just a matter of everybody being aware of this on the team and holding course, and maybe that person doing less and not doing as much because they're a valuable team player. They've demonstrated honor to the organization and to you as a leader. They've demonstrated integrity. They've demonstrated faithfulness and loyalty. So it would be kind of weird just to throw them out during a rough season. But I think that, you know, if their situation is going to be long-standing, or if it's a character issue that is really against the values of the organization within itself, then there may need to be a situation where that person may have to be temporarily removed with another time to meet and reconsider reinstatement, or they may have to be removed at large if their personal situation and circumstances are truly pulling the team and the vision and others around them down. There's a principle in the Bible that says a little leaven leavens the whole lump.
Yeah.
And sometimes, though you love them, you always as a leader have to keep the big picture in mind. And you can keep the big picture in mind and still love them even if they're not a part of the big picture.
Oh, that's good.
I think sometimes we think that, okay, if I do this, then I can't do that. No, you can do both. And if you're genuine and from your heart that you care about them, you will be able to do both.
That's good.
So.
Very, very good. Well, we hope that you guys are getting something out of this. I know that I am, just by picking Pastor Kenneth's brain. So please continue to tune in and just hear about what we have to talk about.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys soon.